with that camera have taken a video of the key code there. You're looking at the door.
And is that illegal? No.
Huh?
That's not illegal, no.
It's suspicious though, isn't it?
Yeah, suspicion's not a crime though, is it?
No, it isn't a crime, but that's why I'm talking to you.
Okay.
If it was a crime, you would have been arrested by now, but you're not under arrest, are you?
Okay.
They stopped him. They searched him. They invoked the Terrorism Act, all because he was standing outside a police station with a camera. No weapons, no threat, just a lens pointed at a building anyone can see from the street. And here's the kicker: the officer knew there were national guidelines saying people filming police stations should be left alone. He searched him anyway. So what happens when you know your rights? You keep your cool, and you catch it all on camera? Stat with me, because this one gets good.
All right.
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
What are you doing?
Are you a police officer, are you?
I am, yes.
What's your shoulder number? Thank you.
What's the matter with you, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
I come to taking recordings at the police station.
Just because I want to.
Hello.
This is TGA, a well-known audit channel, and he's outside Hornchurch Police Station in East London. Do filming from a public place, perfectly legally. Two officers approach almost immediately. Professional are uncomfortable. An uncomfortable officers with power.
Police officer as well? PC, Scott Jackson, thank you.
Okay, is there any reason for taking recordings at the police station?
No, just because I wanted to.
Just because you wanted to?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Okay, alright. Do you live round here, do you?
No.
You don't live round here?
Why do you want to know that for?
Why do I want to know that for?
Yeah.
Because obviously we take it as a security risk when people start going around recording police stations, especially as people outside, you're taking
Really?
details. Yeah, of course it is. Would you not think so?
Not really, no.
Yeah, cool. Well, people don't really like us too much, do they?
What, has anything ever happened to a police station?
Sorry?
Has anything ever happened to a police station in the UK?
There's probably been attempts, yeah. People walk in
Never.
or try and get into police stations, of course.
No, I've never known of any.
Do you know all the crime stats? Do you know everything? Do you know all the reports?
No one knows everything.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. So I'm telling you, but you're not believing me.
Okay.
So obviously, the issue we got is, especially with the terrorism threat being quite high, people coming in. Don't worry, so I'm not going to hurt you or anything.
No, it's just your...
People coming in taking videos. You've got quite a lot of cameras on there. You've gone straight up to the door.
Yeah.
It looks like you're looking for an access point. It doesn't look
Well,
great, does it?
you're making an assumption there. That's what you're doing. You're making an assumption.
No, I'm making a suspicion. I'm not making an assumption. It's a suspicion.
Okay.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Not really, no.
Okay. Right. So, obviously, we're police officers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have a lot of things in police stations. They're protected buildings per se.
Protected,
And
but I wouldn't say they
the
are,
issue
no.
is you're going up to the door. You with that camera have taken a video of the key code there. You're looking at the door.
And is that illegal? No.
Right out the gate, the officer hits him with the classic line, "You're a security risk." Then comes the justification spiral. "People don't like us. You went straight to the door, you were looking at the keypad." TGA's response is textbook. Suspicion isn't a crime, and he's absolutely right. In England and Wales, you have no legal obligation to explain yourself to police for standing in a public place. No crime is being committed. The officer even admits it, quote, "If it was a crime, you'd have been arrested by now." So let me ask you this. If no crime is being committed, where exactly is this going? Drop a comment. Should police be able to stop you just for filming a public building?
That's not illegal, no.
It's suspicious though, isn't it?
Yeah, suspicion's not a crime though, is it?
No, it isn't a crime, but that's why I'm talking to you. If
Okay.
it was a crime, you would have been arrested by now, but you're not under arrest, are you?
Okay, well, nearly was. Nearly was at Romford, but you know.
Where? Go on, what do you mean 1 point?
Romford.
What was you arrested? What happened there? Do you mind telling me?
Well, there's a PC up there who tried to arrest me for antisocial behaviour for doing this.
Antisocial? Well, it's not antisocial, it's concerning.
Exactly, there we go. So
But,
already you're...
But you're saying you're taking... Wait, is there any copies up there?
Yeah, that's what it's doing.
Okay, alright.
I was going to say, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you not see how this is concerning me?
No,
No, it isn't. Alright.
no, not at all.
So the issue is, sir, obviously, a lot of people don't like us. A lot of people want to cause us harm.
Well, and you think they'd go and film, would you?
Huh?
You think they'd go and film,
No,
do you?
it's got nothing to do. It's you coming over to me, taking a photo of you doing this, and me having a conversation. Say if I walk past you in the street,
Yeah.
and you're recording me, as I do record you if I've got my uniform on. I've got my uniform on, haven't I? I don't record you because you're allowed to record you in a public place.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're approaching a police door with a camera very close, to me, is he looking the way of trying to get into the building? Why is he going over to the door? Why would you not stand there and take a picture of the whole building?
Are you doing okay?
Hello, mate.
No one's help. Brilliant.
Yeah, what's going on, mate? What's the problem?
No, there's no problem. Why would you think there's a problem?
of you're down recording the side of the police buildings.
Why would that make you think there's a problem?
That's what we're asking you.
No, no problems at all.
So it's not normal to come in and record.
Who are you, sorry?
So I'm Sergeant Ruane from Romford Police Station.
What's your shoulder number?
276 Echo Alpha. That's fine, you can
Thank you.
record it, it's all here, isn't it? That's what we're asking you. If you're going around and you're recording police stations, especially like things like that, like the doorways, the keypads, why would you be doing that? You know, that's not a normal thing to do, is it?
Because I can, and if I was up to anything nefarious, I wouldn't be recording it because my camera is evidence, and that's what cameras are. They're evidence.
But why would you be doing that? That's what we're asking you. Because obviously you can understand with security.
And I don't need to give a reason.
You don't understand security.
I don't need to give a reason, I said.
Right. Well, you've come onto here and you've started recording those things. What else have you been recording on here?
I don't really need to answer any of your questions. I don't need to answer questions.
Yeah, but why are you doing that?
And then it happens. After nearly 7 minutes of back and forth where TGA holds his ground perfectly, an officer drops the nuclear option. Section 47 of the Terrorism Act. Now here's what you need to know. Section 47A allows police to stop and search without reasonable suspicion, but only in areas that have been pre-authorized by a senior officer, and that authorization has to be confirmed as valid. TGA immediately challenges it. Doesn't that need to be authorized by an inspector? The officer says no. But here's the thing. TGA is partly right to question it. Using anti-terror powers on a man filming a closed police station with his own camera on his own YouTube channel. That is exactly what the national guidelines warn forces not to do. They invoked one of the most powerful police search laws in the country on a man with a camera.
I don't need to answer your questions.
Sorry?
Right. Well, I'm going to stand over here because you're getting close to me.
Stay here and you're recording it. But what else have you recorded on here? That's what we're asking you.
Right, you're trying to surround me now. I see what you're doing.
We're not trying to surround you. We're just trying to have a
Okay.
conversation.
Well, I'll talk to you without you surrounding me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bit of space. Thank you. Okay.
So that's what we're saying. Obviously, there's a concern, isn't there? We're talking to you normally. Oh, no, I'm not talking to you in an aggressive way. We're out here talking to you. And if you go round anywhere when you start recording, especially a police station because of security.
What, a public building?
Sorry?
A public building.
At the end of the day, you've got people's cars there. You've got obviously you've got keypads and things like that. Why would you go and take a record of a keypad?
You are right. It's a public building. You are
Exactly,
right.
thank
Okay,
you.
the police station is accessible to the public. This one isn't anymore. All right, and if you would have gone into the front office and looked to speak to a police officer, that would have been fine. But the facts are, you've come round to the side entrance and you've been seen filming the keypad.
Well, I can film what I like from a public place.
You're going to record stuff as well, mate. You're going to be detained under the Terrorism Act for a search, all right?
Which section?
Under section 47 of the Terrorism
47,
Act.
doesn't that need to be authorised by an inspector?
No, not the search itself. No, it doesn't.
Well,
The reason why-
I'm
the
telling
reason-
you now, this is unlawful.
Oh, okay, it's not unlawful,
It
sir.
is.
It's not unlawful. Sir, as I said to you, if you was standing there and you was taking a video of the police station, I'd probably talk to you up. I think that's fine. The fact is, you've come to the camera straight to the door where the keypad is and the door is, which to me isn't normal behaviour. Okay? Right, so I'm
I'll see you,
PC Jules,
Rose.
I'm from Romford Police Station. Right, you'll get a copy of, you can get a copy of the search once
Yes,
I finish
I would
with
like
it,
a copy
okay?
of the search,
Of course
thank you.
will, mate. It's not a
Okay.
problem at all. It doesn't need to be authorised by an inspector.
Well, that's what I thought. It was section 47. I thought that had to be authorised by an inspector.
No, it doesn't at all, sir. No. What I'm going to do is obviously, as you're recording, I'm going to wait for my colleague because I'm on a training day today,
Okay.
so I haven't got the camera. So we're now recording.
Thank you for letting me know.
So,
Okay.
right, can I unclip this and how do you do it, mate?
I'd prefer to carry on recording.
But I need to get your into your
Yeah,
jacket,
you can
buddy.
record it, but he's explained that
You're recording this
Right.
one, all right?
So we're going to stop this. You can
Okay. Well, I'm going to carry on recording on both.
record.
But I need
You
to
can
get into
record.
your jacket,
We're
sir.
not stopping you recording.
Okay, right, look, there you go. There you go. That's it.
Okay, look. Okay, that's fine.
Leave it there. It's not
Okay,
a problem.
hang
Right,
on.
I'm going to put stuff on there.
Okay. I'm not going to answer any questions. No.
Have you been searched before, mate?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
I'm not going to answer.
Now the sergeant steps in calm, measured, and tries to explain hostile reconnaissance. The idea that terrorists scout targets before an attack? Fair enough in theory. Except, and this is the moment, he then admits he knows what TGA is doing. He says, and I quote, "We know what you're doing. You're recording for a YouTube channel." So let that sink in. He knows it's a YouTube channel. He knows TGA films police stations. He knows there are guidelines saying filmers should be left alone, and he still goes through with the search. TGA's response is devastating. You know what I'm doing? And you've still searched me. No answer. Just silence. That right there, that's the moment the whole justification falls apart.
Are you local or you're not?
As I said, I'm not going to answer any questions.
That's right. Well, we're talking to aren't we? So the thing is, obviously, you're coming round and recording this. Yeah, that's fine. You're recording us and we're talking to that's fine. Do you not understand, obviously, why you've been stopped and why you've been searched?
No, I don't know.
Do you not understand, obviously, in the current climate, that recording and actually recording something like a keypad and going up and recording that on police premises is a concern because of security?
No, I don't know.
You don't. So you'd think, for example, if you went onto someone's, for example, a driveway, you can walk onto people's driveways. If you started recording,
This isn't someone's house.
no, it's
so.
not someone's driveway, but it's a
This is
security
someone's
issue.
driveway.
If you go up and you start recording, security part, it's not like just a general out in the street recording everything that's around you. If you're actually recording things like close-ups of things like keypads and the security things, why would you need that? What makes you think that that's sort of a normal thing to do?
Well, surely you should be more concerned about public safety.
That is public safety, isn't it?
That's your job, rather than your own
That is
safety, which
public
is what I'm
safety.
seeing. It's not public
So, no,
safety.
obviously, we're concerned about public safety, but our own safety as human beings is also paramount, isn't it?
Well, and to be honest with you, that is public safety because at the end of the day, security and to do with terrorism, there are concerns. So is terrorism not a concern for the public then?
Has a police station in
So,
London
and
ever been attacked?
The people that do the thing which is like hostile reconnaissance.
Police officers get directly targeted, sir.
What, with a camera?
Whether or not those attacks take place.
That's what I said to you. It's hostile reconnaissance is where people go round before potentially, terror type incidents, and they can record things. And the things that they record will be things that aren't normally recorded.
Careful
by
on my
normal
equipment.
people, which will be such things as like the security and unusual items like that, which is not normal. It's not normal for people to do this. I mean, in your daily life of going around, although obviously this is your thing that you obviously go around and record things, if that's what you want to do, fine. That's up to you, and you put it on whatever channel you want to put it on.
So you know what I'm doing then? You know what I'm doing, yet you've still searched.
No,
you've
that's
still
what I'm
decided to
saying.
search me in the
If
Terrorism
that's
Act.
what you're doing, if that is what you're doing for the purpose of going around to put it on some sort of channel, but obviously the concern is it's not normal behaviour to be going up and recording things. I don't know why you don't understand.
So what you know that sort of thing, and yet you've still gone and searched me
I
in
know
the
people put
Terrorism
things
Act.
on YouTube. We don't know what you're doing. Have you ever spoke to us before? Any of us?
What's that matter?
No. But so how do we don't know you then, do you? And you don't know us.
Right, am I still detained?
Right. At the moment, he's finishing that side, isn't he?
Okay, well I do want.
After the search which finds nothing, obviously, TGA goes in for the kill. He asks the sergeant directly, "Are you aware of the guidelines circulated to every police force in the country about people filming police stations?" The sergeant pauses, then answers, "Yes, I'm aware of it. The guidelines, and they exist. They've been issued to the Met, and every UK force say that filming police stations should be permitted and officers should not interfere." He knew. He searched him anyway. TGA then tells him, "I'll be taking this to my solicitor. I believe this is unlawful." And here's the final nail after the search is done. The sergeant offers this parting wisdom: if anyone comes down filming again, don't search them under the Terrorism Act. Translation: I know we got this wrong. He just couldn't say it out loud.
A copy of the search record anyway.
And you want your copy of
Yes, I do,
you
yes.
want your copy of your search,
Okay,
don't you?
okay.
And then that's done. And then at the end of the day, you can go and you can do what you want with it and put your images. You've been allowed to record it. We haven't stopped you recording, have we?
Well, it is my
So-
right to do so. So
That's fine.
That's my
And then
point.
you get your form, and if you want to make it a complaint or you want to do what you can do.
I will be. I'll be
But I mean,
taking this to my
I'm talking to you
solicitor.
as a normal person to understand, why it's happened and what's happened. And to be honest with you, if you just want to be saying to me, you think it's fine and you can't understand it, well, that's
Yes.
you. I've explained it to you as best as I can. And if you choose not to accept that and you think it's fine and you think it's completely normal to do that and you don't think there's any problem and you don't think it's suspicious at all, well, then that's your
Well, it
opinion.
might be to you as a
But
police
I think
officer, but to
your
me, it's
opinion
not.
actually would not be matching the majority of the general public. I think the majority of the general public, if you're a normal person, is that normal behaviour or is that suspicious? I think would say that is something of concern.
Well, that's your opinion.
Here's my,
Anyway,
here's
that's
my
your
opinion.
opinion.
Here's my
So-
opinion. And you've been searched, as I say, you've been searched, and that's been done. Fine. You've got all your bits. You'll get your
I'd like
copy
them
of your search, and then you can make your complaint if that's what you wish to do.
Yeah, I'm not going without my copy of the search record anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I'm going to say this will be going to my solicitor.
That's fine.
Because I believe what has taken place today is unlawful.
Sorry?
I believe what has taken place today is unlawful.
Okay. Yeah, that's a matter of opinion, isn't it, sir?
Well, I believe it's under Section 26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act, but which has been proper use of police powers.
Laws is fine. It's not against the law, is it? It's the officer's justification as to why he stops the search.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
I don't believe that was reasonable grounds, me just filming.
Okay. But like you said, you've had these conversations with the sergeant there. There's a difference of opinion, isn't there? And is there? I don't think there's any need to have the conversation any further. If you don't agree, we're not going to come to a consensus. So when my colleague comes down, he looks out the paperwork and you want to wait for, and then
Okay.
that's that.
I would like a copy of that as well.
Well, you can request that by us this time. I'm not going to give you a copy of it now. It's not physically possible.
Could you just remind me again what your shoulder number is, just so I can...
PC Jackson.
PC
my shoulder
Jackson.
was 1112 Echo Alpha.
Thank you. Okay, I'll be putting in a request for that.
But yeah, like I said, a copy of this will be attached to the stop and search record, the footage.
Okay.
So obviously, your name you refuse, put you down as a male, your date of birth you refuse, I've put you approximate age of 35. That's your IC code to me, IC1. I think you're about 6 foot, I'm terrible, I'm 6'7", so I think everyone else
Yep,
is...
you're not far off.
Yeah, I'm struggling. Right, you've obviously judged first. Look, so this is your behaviour and your actions and your presence in the area. You were seen taking records of a police station, namely a security keypad, then acting in a defensive manner when asked questions, being evasive to questions. Right, that's the date, that's the time, that's where we are. That's your stop, so you stopped under the Terrorism Act section 43. Alright, the outcome code is obviously no further action and obviously you're not under arrest. This is myself, PC George, 3300EA, that's my warrant number, this is where we work, and I'm from Safe and Neighbourhood team, okay?
Okay.
Alright, sir?
Take that copy.
Yeah, you can have this one, that's why I've just pressed
That
hard.
one.
There you go,
Is that
sir.
clear enough on that? Yeah, I can read it.
Yeah, the first time was really awful, the second time's a lot better.
Yeah, I can read it.
If you get home and you do struggle to read it, sir, it all goes online and you'll be able to call up the police and I'll be able to give you a reference number. It's all done online anyway.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Have a good day, sir.
TGA walks away from Hornchurch Police Station searched under the Terrorism Act. No further action. Copy of the search record in hand. A station, by the way, that's closed to the public and sits on a public street anyone can photograph. Number: arrest. No crime, just a man, a camera. And officers who invoked one of the most powerful laws on the books and openly admitted they knew the guidelines said not to. The search record lists the grounds as filming security keypad, acting in a defensive manner, being evasive, asking for shoulder numbers, standing your ground. Apparently that's terrorism in 2024. If you think this stop was unlawful, smash that like button. If you want to see more audit footage where people actually know their rights, subscribe, because we're just getting started. And drop in the comments, should this officer face consequences? Let's talk about it.